Hey y'all, how is everybody? Hold on, y'all. Making sure everything's good. Let's get on in here. Okay, so this is going to be your next 48-hour energy reading from whenever you tap in, whether it is live stream or on the replay. Welcome, Crowleys. Okay. Um, Some of you have seen a lot of different spirit animals, and a lot of you guys have been talking to me about them and sharing your stories about the experiences that you guys have been having with these spirit animals and how they're showing up in your lives. I am very interested in learning more about how these spirit animals are popping up in your guys' lives, okay? I will go ahead and kind of set the scene for this next 48-hour reading by checking in with your energy and seeing what could possibly be affecting you at this time. All right, let's see what's going on here for the next 48 hours. Whenever they do tap in, I call forth all higher vibrational spiritual beings that walk with myself and the beautiful collective, okay, and everyone that taps into this message that will receive their message here today. I ask for us to be protected of all negativity and negative forces in all timelines and dimensions. May all those negative contracts be null and voided. And let's see what's going on here. Okay. Healing modality. Okay. So they're talking about quantum healing. Okay. Some of you guys are actually unlocking a new frequency in your energy. And so, using mind and body, medicine healing, quantum physics, tapping into body tapping, energy body, neutralization of energy, body's natural ability to heal itself, unlocking profound transformational energy within yourself in order to alchemize anything negative within you or around you, okay? That is very strong. So continue to dive deep into these healing modalities, you guys. What else for their energy? Thank you. Okay. Breath work. Breath work is very significant. So we talked about the quantum healing and how it is going to help you to shift your frequency, to shift your vibration, to navigate through life in clarity. Okay, you need to constantly do these breath work meditations. Okay, there's different forms of breathing techniques. The breathing techniques, you can have breathe in for the count of 6, hold for 4, breathe out for the count of 6. Right? There are different exercises like that can help. Okay, even if you just focus on your breathing through meditation, not necessarily a thought process or trying to get a solution, like let's say if you're like trying to problem solve or something like that through meditation, just focus on your breathing, focusing on the particular chakra that you are breathing into as well. Color theory may also be significant when it comes to meditation, things of that nature. Either looking at something that holds a representation of like a particular chakra, or wearing a particular chakra color, lighting a candle that resonates with that particular chakra center, breathing into that specific chakra center as well. Whatever breath work is needed at this time, inhaling your power, and exhaling anything that is dimming your light, inhaling enlightenment, and exhaling confusion. Inhaling your power, taking your power back, and exhaling all that is draining your energy, your power source, your vitality, your creativity, your confidence. You can feel that that word, with anything else that's gonna actually fill the narrative for your healing experience. Okay. Anything else here? The next 48 hours that's going to be significant in their energy. So yeah, it may just be that next 48 hours you're gonna find yourself breathing a lot. Having to take a breather. Having to take a breather is kind of like taking a break, right? You have to take a breather. That means that you overexerted yourself. You're tired, right? You need to take a breather. You may be overwhelmed. You may be stressed. Okay. Reality check here. Journaling may be needed in the next 48 hours, you guys. You may need to document your spiritual messages and experiences in the next 48 hours as well. So some of you guys could be, doing your sacred transcripts. All right. Your sacred transcripts could be, you reading for yourself, you journaling in your shadow work journal, you writing music, whatever this is of reflection that is needed for deep healing. Okay. And I even see some of you guys burning some things, could be burning some incense as you're doing some breath work. That's going to definitely help you. So aromatherapy, all right, that's the air element. Okay, air element is heavy, and I'm also seeing divination. So divination could be significant in the next 48 hours in regards to the types of tools that you should use for your intuition to gain insight. Possibly shells, charms, tarot, oracle. The reality check that's coming in for you guys in the next 48 hours is that you may be feeling irritated, defensive, or easily triggered. Okay, this is the reason why you're going to have to take a breather. All right. What is this? We have an energy cleansing may be needed in the next 48 hours. You may need to reflect on exactly what you are cleansing and removing. All right. Some of you guys could be cleansing mirrors, clearing out energy. You could be removing any projections that other people could have been sending to you. Okay. Some of you guys could have a cosmic mentor. All right. Pay attention to signs of alignment. The universe is going to offer a direction for you in the next 48 hours, especially if you guys are confused and which direction to go. Okay. They're talking about, something being hidden. All right. So something is veiled, dressed up, camouflaged, or in hiding. Something is masked, covered up, disguised, or concealed. Okay. And this is the reason why you need to do some sort of reflection. Okay. Because something is causing an issue for you and you need to cleanse. Okay. And in order for you to do this, you need to utilize these tools, use tools, all right, to cleanse. All right. Anything and everything that is draining you of your power in the next 48 hours. Okay. There's spiritual messages in regards to this energy cleanse. And it could be coming in through a cosmic mentor. Okay. And I don't remember which reading I did exactly, but I did mention kines kinesiology. Okay, kinesiology. All right, the use of muscle testing. And so you could even think of that as like using a pendulum. You can also utilize that, muscle memory to test like what trauma is living in the body, things of that nature. This can be utilized to diagnose, treat, and scan the body's energy. So some of you guys may need to go to your cosmic teacher. You may need to go to that spiritual, either that spiritual teacher, that spiritual mentor, the spiritual healer, spiritual guru that performs these energy cleanses for you or energy readings. So that way you'll be able to figure out what is next in your particular life. But there's something here that's irritating you. okay, in the next 48 hours, and is causing for you to be defensive and easily triggered. And I want to kind of pull a little bit more on what's going on here. Yeah, they're saying that you need to honor your path. Some of you guys may need to banish some unwanted energies to clear out some sort of seeing release of heavy energy or clearing stagnant negative energy. Right. Remember, Crowleys, only take what's applying in your crow nest. Okay. So if in your crow nest there's only stagnant energy and it's not negative energy, then don't take the message as there's negative energy around you. That just means that there's stagnant energy. There's energy that's not moving, and there needs to be movement. Okay. And for those of you that, let's say, it could be heavy energy, but not negative energy. It kind of feels the same because it's still a lot of weight on you, correct? And so make sure that you are fulfilling your energy cleansings the way you need to in the next 48 hours. Some of you guys, the energy cleansing could be perhaps the throat chakra needs to get cleared out. Okay. So let's see. Give them some more information. But there's something unlocking for you. Something is transforming. And then you're also being guided. Okay. You're also being guided. Your guides are near, ready to give you direction. Go here, go there, north, east, west, south. They're telling you where to go. All right. And again, it's this patriarch, this patriarchy. So this patriarch lineage ancestor. So this is the masculine spirits that walk with you, a father figure of some sort, a male spirit guide, okay, or a male, or sometimes it could come off as warrior spirits as well, because the heavy masculine energy, okay. But this is why you're getting a little testy, because remember, masculine energy is fiery. They're all about doing. They're all about acting. Okay, they're all about planning, building, right, creating. And the feminine energy is more about, taking care of something, nurturing something, like caring for something. And yes, the creation there is different, because the creation is coming out of love versus out of logic and structure. Okay. And so this patriotic they're saying that this ancestral masculine holds a lot of structure in their foundation, and there's certain things that are being tested where you're getting irritated or defensive, maybe easily triggered, because this is where they're applying their energy. Okay, so observe before acting in the next 2 days. Pause and discern. You may need to go and journal. Okay, see clearly before responding. Use your intuition. Okay, learned guidance from previous experiences could be significant. So maybe some of you guys have something in your journal that's going to help you. All right, spiritual gaslighter is here. They twist the truth in their own favor. Okay, and then we have collective wisdom. When we talk about the collective wisdom, we're talking about the collective many of all of our elders in the spirit realm that are conversing right now as we're speaking about this situation, and they know what is best for you, and they're trying to guide you. Okay, this guidance is coming from multiple spirit guides, from my end, from your end, from all of our ends, collective. Okay, so we are being guided right now to identify a spiritual gaslighter, someone that is manipulating you, using spiritual words and terms to coerce you into thinking particular narratives, twisting the truth in their own favor so that they can benefit from it, projecting their own karmic experiences onto you. Okay, and the universe is going to offer a direction. There are particular planetary shifts that's actually taking place in the next 2 days. And the stars will even illuminate your path. Okay. What else in the next 48? So pay attention to these things about their energy in the next 48. Okay, trauma leech. So there's something in regards to utilizing divination to identify a trauma leech. Okay. Getting a reality check on who's really irritating you. Because the reality check here is it's the trauma leech that's irritating you and triggering you. Okay. Fueling off of your pain. There's something here in regards to like they like to unload their problems, their chaos, their issues, okay, onto you with no intention to making things better, to making things work, to actually falling through with searching for a solution, not working on personal evolution or personal growth, okay. And they're talking about like the reality check here. Another one is that in the next 48 hours you need to observe before acting, because you are being guided by this. So it's like almost like imagine you standing in a location and you're experiencing whatever you're experiencing. You have a witness, and your witness is this masculine spirit, these masculine spirits that walk with you, this father figure in the spirit realm or something like that, okay. And they're bearing witness to this gaslighter. They're bearing witness to these trauma leech energies. Okay. And they're guiding you. Because they're like literally right next to you. Like, okay, look at this and look at that. Take a breather. Don't overreact, right? Don't give out your energy. You need to clear your energy, okay? Because they're talking about cleansing your energy. Yeah, we have energy work. Practice powerful healing modalities. And the healing modalities that they gave you was quantum healing and kinesiology. So some of you guys could be utilizing crystals and stuff like that to heal. Okay? Yeah, closed book on that one. What else? Discovering work, discovering through observing, discovering through reflection, discovering the cause of issues for you in the next 48 hours, discovering how to use tools, burning to release and heal. There's self-awareness here. But I'm also seeing, this energy of like, you may need to banish unwanted energies because there's a lack of self-awareness when you have a trauma leech or spiritual gaslighters around you. It's almost like they confuse you, or their energy is so heavy around you that it overpowers your energy, and it almost makes you feel like you are them and they are you and their problems are yours, but it's not the same. And so energy cleansing in the next 48 hours is going to be significant, okay. And for some of you, it could be that you have already cleansed recently, and in the next 48 hours you're going to realize why it is important to cleanse, okay. So hold on, y'all, let's see what else comes out. That was just like the little quick energy scope, energy read for the next 48. And I just want to switch decks real quick and see what else comes out. So pay attention. You have a spiritual gaslighter and trauma leech energy, okay? And they talk about hidden things. So let's see what we can discover. In regards to hidden stuff, we have chemistry. Next 48 hours, you could be attracted to something. Someone could be attracted to you. All right. You could be really passionate in doing something. There's something in regards to, when I hear spark, I think either someone's lighting something on fire, and that's double confirmation because I did say something in regards to burning something. Okay, so somebody could be burning something. Someone could be lighting an incense. Someone could be burning a candle or something like that. Okay, burning a piece of paper. We have trapped energy. Some of you guys could be stuck doing something you really like doing, but you're stuck doing it for a long time. The next 48 hours, you could feel kind of tied down to a situation, or kind of like you're stuck in a location. All right. For some of you guys, whenever, I'm just gonna say right now, whenever I see a whole bunch of like webbing, I think cords, okay? And not just spiritual cords, I also think physical cords. So make sure that next 48 hours, I don't know if someone's like wrapping up things in terms of like an extension cord, a charger, some sort of wire or something like that, okay? That could be significant. And something can get caught in there, so I'm just letting y'all know. All right. What's going on here? Next 48. We have emotional storm and memory. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, the next 48 hours, there could be some memories, you reminiscing about certain things, some flashbacks, situations that is going to be like a bittersweet situation. This could look like anything from, you know how you get like memories from your like your pictures and stuff like that, from your photos, like from Google Photos or from Apple Photos or from like Facebook and shit like that. Like, oh, this happened like 3 years ago, this happened 2 years ago, this happened whatever. Some of you guys could be replaying certain things, thinking about something. Don't get too trapped in that particular type of mindset in the next 48 hours, okay? Also, don't try to romanticize something that's actually toxic for you, that will keep you tied down, stuck, or captivated for too long. All right, we have lusting, and that was like kind of spinning there. So there's like this really funky energy in regards to the chemistry and the lusting energy for you guys. So you guys are shifting in regards to what you are attracted to. When I say what you are attracted to, I also mean sexually, okay, intimately, but also like attracted to in regards to what excites you, what clicks with you, okay. So something is shifting in regards to a particular mindset. We have a second chance here. I'm going to tell you next 48 hours, I wouldn't advise for you to give anybody second chances, because I do see like somebody wants to make amends, someone wants an opportunity, okay? Next 48 hours, and I'm going to be honest, okay? We have tied down, stuck, and captive, all right? So if you don't want to stay stuck in a situation, I wouldn't go through with it, all right? I wouldn't, because I'm seeing that second chance there, and I feel like things will get kind of tangled up there in regards to that. We have possibilities here. Some of you guys could be emotionally stressed out in regards to like taking risks. It could be a little overwhelming. And then we have return in the reverse. Okay. So whatever the memories are, you don't even want to think about it. It's like one of those things that pop into your head and you're like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm thinking about that right now. Then we have making amends twice, but this was in the reverse. So like it's like you thinking about somebody that would possibly want to make amends with you, but you don't want to make amends with them. And you're trying to figure out like, why the fuck are you thinking about this person? Okay. Remember, what did I say to you guys? Next 48 hours. There was the energies of what? A trauma leech and a spiritual what? These energies are impacting you. And we are here specifically so that way we can start identifying who the fuck they are in our lives without getting caught up with zodiac signs, without getting caught up with the whole like romantic thing and third party thing. It's just being flat out every single day. We have someone that's either going to operate out of their higher vibrational self or operate out of their shadow self. Okay. So let me see, what's your energy next 48? Show me their energy specifically. Okay, we have past life. You're thinking about something from the past that you're confused. All right, second chance. You're thinking about something that you this is something that you often do, because this is like a pattern. Okay, so in the next 48 hours you're doing something that you normally do. Okay, when you are confused, when you don't know what to do, when you're uncertain, when you're unclear, you do this thing, right? Whatever that is, you're sitting there contemplating on whether you should do something again. This looks like a karmic lesson. Clarify, what is this? Because we have you're stuck there. You're trapped in that energy. So what the heck is this? We have family. It has something to do with family. So this is either the family you created, because she's pregnant, okay? Either the family you created or the family that you came from, meaning your blood family, like your maternal family, all right? So somebody, oh, let's see, pain, nourish, clarify that. Someone's thinking about when certain things didn't go right, in regards to making a family for themselves. Okay, so for some of you, it has something to do with like broken family situations. Broken family situations could be anywhere between like you not being with the father of your children, or it can be coming from a broken family. It could also be coming from the lack of being able to be able to produce a family at this time because of uncommittal energies. Okay, empty promises, shattered emotions. Okay, a lot of apprehension here. So okay, this is what I'm seeing. Next 48 hours, you are struggling with giving other people second chances. You're struggling with giving yourself a second chance. You struggle with doing things a second time around, because you guilt trip yourself. So in the next 48 hours, you're guilt tripping yourself because you got to do something over again. All right. Oh, I gotta do this over again. I can't believe I messed this up. I can't believe I messed this up again. Whatever this is. Okay. And so like you're stuck and you're trapped and this is tying you down for some reason. Okay. Show me their energy. Okay, we have I was clarifying for the chemistry, whatever that attraction is. Spying is in the reverse. I don't think you're really attracting a lot of eyes in the next 48 hours, okay? Because social media network is in the reverse, information is in the reverse. You're not giving too much details about, what you're passionately working on. You're only talking to the people that you're loyal to or that you feel is, reliable and trusting and trustworthy for you. But you are working on some sort of manifestation. Yeah, we have intimacy here, and that fell right on top of the feather. All right. So something is raising up in frequency in regards to intimacy with bonding. Okay. So where there was like emptiness, there will be a completeness, fullness. There could be somebody could be confiding in someone. All right. And it's through bonding. It's like one of those situations like, oh, I feel like I can tell you this because we have this in common. Okay. But I would tell you guys, I would advise you again, going back to be vigilant on who you are confiding in, because you did have that trauma leech and then you had that hold on. I want to make sure. Yeah, because we have the mirror. And then we have energy cleansing. So someone is like mirroring to you. We had that spiritual gaslighter. There it is, the spiritual gaslighter. someone's mirroring to you like what you want to hear or what you're experiencing, like silence. Mm. No words, stonewall, frozen, clinging. So it's like, and then there's boundaries here with intuition. So it's like someone's sitting there in front of you, just listening to what you got to say instead of giving you advice. Like you're sitting there, you're taking everything in, and you're not telling me anything, right? But the spying is in the reverse. So like I feel like whatever you're working on, these people are not noticing. The only person that's noticing is this loyal person that you're confiding in, that you feel is reliable. You guys are building some sort of connection, you and this person, because those other people can't see what's happening, right? But in this situation, I'm seeing that someone is actually shallow inside. They're just bored. They have no they're not talking because they're bored. They're not talking because they don't have anything else to say. Like they don't know what to say. But you might, for some reason, because I'm reading your energy. This is your energy. I said, what about you? So you're looking at this person as loyal, as like this is an intimate setting. I could be vulnerable with this person, but this person's like, I don't give a fuck. Okay. So the next 48 hours, there's a spiritual gaslighter like in your energy, and you're like being all, I want to share this with you. And in reality, they're not expecting anything to come out of this quote unquote manifestation that you're working on. Mm. But they're clinging onto you, to every word that you say. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now your assignment, Crowleys, in the next 48 hours is to identify the trauma leech, is to identify that spiritual gaslighter, so that way you are aware of your energy, aware of the boundaries that you need to set for certain people, aware of how to continue to take care of your plans and your manifestations and whatever things that you're trying to build in your life without losing who you are and without constantly having to, push people away. Okay. Clarify that return energy in the reverse. What is that? What is that for them? Chasing in the reverse. You're not, listen, I don't see you calling anybody first. I don't see you texting anybody first. I don't see you looking for anybody first. All right. I also don't see you expecting anybody to coming back. All right. So it's like that energy again, withdrawn. It's like that, and like it literally reads that energy. Like you're not chasing any, dirty little temptation. You're not sitting there trying to, feed your ego. You're not sitting there trying to, self-sabotage or anything like that. You're also not trying to hand out any second opportunities for anybody to fuck you over in the next 48 hours. Because again, remember, you're feeling a little testy, you're feeling a little triggered, right? And there's a reason why you want to be left alone. Solitary energy, single energy, feeling withdrawn. But be careful when you start getting into this energy of feeling withdrawn, because that's when this bittersweet memories start coming up, and it's very exhausting as well. So some of you guys, you could feel withdrawn because you're tired. You get tired, but then you get in your head, and then your head starts, painting stories for you. And sometimes they shock you, all right? Because they come out of nowhere. They're unexpected, all right? That turmoil is there twice. Let's clarify what the heck that is. You're getting emotional. Some of you guys may need emotional crystals, okay? Rose quartz is really good to regulate your emotions, but it's also good for those of you that are still needing a little bit more help on the self-love venture. Rose quartz is also good for soft boundaries, Okay, it's good for emotional boundaries, so that way you don't like other people's emotions, even though they may be explosive, unpredictable, chaotic, all over the place, or just heavy in general. It will help to regulate your emotions while dealing with other people's shit. Okay, just I'm letting you know right now, rose quartz is really good for that. Okay, especially if you wear rose quartz and it's dangling right at your chest, right on top of your heart center. Okay, that's going to amplify that energy as well. If for whatever reason you can't wear it, you can only meditate with it, that's even better, because you can actually focus on absorbing the energy as you're holding the crystal and doing your breath work. Okay, but you know, these turmoils feel like you're being affected by heavy energy, and this is how you would know. This would be a very heavy indication of, yep, you need to do that energy cleanse. Okay, and for those of you that you were experiencing this and you did the energy cleanse, this is just confirming that, damn, I was going through all that after the energy cleanse. I didn't feel that. Okay, because you were affected, because it's saying that you were affected and there was something that was unstable. All right, clarify. Fantasy. Yeah, you were in Delulu land. It's not bothering me. That don't affect me. I don't care about that. I'm just making things up in my head. You know, I didn't see it. I didn't I didn't see that right. I didn't hear that right. Okay, wow, that's a lot. Intuition came out sideways. Boom, boom. Time came out. Thinking came out in the reverse. You weren't even thinking right. Okay. Divine masculine obsession. Pay attention, because now you would see, like, emotionally you get a little disgruntled, emotionally you get a little off kilter, and then out of nowhere there's this energy of this obsessive masculine energy that wants to be around you, that is infatuated with you, that gets addicted to wanting to be around you, spend time with you, and intuitively you kind of pick up on the timing. It's like a timing loop that kind of comes around, and again, that's how you feel. You feel that emotional storm. So that lets me know that this emotional storm that you're feeling is actually this masculine's energy that's projecting onto you. And so this could also be that gaslighting situation where they'll go and say, well, I'm not even dealing with you. I don't even care that much about you. I'm not even pressed on you like that, but it's leaving you energetically, emotionally drained. Okay. I can see it. I can see it. And so sometimes that can suck you back into your masculine energy when you're trying to, keep your energies kiltered, balanced, basically. All right. Clarify that forbidden energy. What is that about? That's 28. Yeah, we have twin flame. One more. And a bluff. Okay. Ooh. Distracted. So I'm going to be honest with you. This sounds like a fraudulent emperor. This sounds like a fraudulent masculine, divine masculine energy. Okay, that likes to come around. Again, we talked about a spiritual gaslighter, right? We talked about a trauma leech, right? And these energies are lower vibrational. These energies are unhealed. These energies are unwilling to heal. Right. And so dealing and navigating with energies like that, you need to know that there is a distraction. And so there is something happening to get you sidetracked, or get you to change your mind, or to get you to, I don't know, to get you, there's something in regards to timing. So maybe to make you run late, not arrive on time. There's something delayed here. Okay. And again, with the masks, I talked to you guys. They said something in regards to something being masked. Yeah, here it is. Mask, cover up, disguise, concealed. Here's the bluff. Here it is. Next 48 hours. So pay attention to the energies around you, okay? A lot of people mistake twin flame energy, soulmate energy, and things of that nature. When you go down day to day versus month to month, year to year, when it comes to energy readings, and you can break it down like, okay, these are the people that I hanged out with yesterday and today. And so based off of that, that's my energetic cast, right? The people that I was with. And based off of that, you will be able to tell, okay, well, this person is this person and this person is that person. And you'll be able to identify now how to navigate your life. Okay, because a lot of you, you're practicing powerful healing modalities, or you're willing to practice powerful healing modalities. You're willing to, really dive deep into your spiritual practices, to your spiritual belief, right? And it's deeper than, just religion, because I feel like religion is a very constructed type of thing, but spirituality itself is the soul of what religion really is, right? And so you are willing to dive in that deep, and so you're going to attract people that are going to test you, to steer you away from that. The deeper and the closer that you get to peace and happiness and tranquility, the more, the crazier the chaos will be around you. And why? Because they're trying to distract you. They're trying to get you off balance. Everything that you are restoring for yourself, possibly not just for yourself and your family, but also for generations of your lineages, okay? Because I'm talking about, generational curse breakers. And generational curse breakers is just like, the family that always has the weight of not having a car, the family that always has the weight of, not having a marriage that lasts longer than 5 years, a family that has the weight of constantly losing the first the first son, or constantly losing job opportunities that have anything to do with friends, or that there's a whole bunch of different things in regards to generational curses. Is just is an ongoing cycle that happens specifically in a bloodline. That's what a generational curse is. All right, a generational curse is also something that you take upon yourself, because we can curse ourselves. We can say that we are going to have the worst day. We can say that we deserve the worst, and we can curse ourselves. Okay, we can make ourselves spiritually sick by allowing those energies in. And so that's why when you get into spirituality and you really start getting into like trying to figure out how to manifest, we all go to back down to what? Affirmations, and affirming the lifestyle that you want, affirming the lifestyle that you desire to actually happen right now. And so these energies are going to constantly pretend like they're living the same lifestyle, pretend like they are that spiritual guru, like they are that spiritual teacher to try to help you. But in reality, they'll might help you a little bit, but they won't help you the whole way. They're only thinking of themselves, right? There may be people, there may be friends, they may be coworkers, there may be bloodline family members. You get what I'm saying? That they might not purposely, intentionally want to harm you and hurt you and make you cry, but because of the lack of accountability spiritually that they have in their life, that they don't want to take accountability for their own prayers and cleansings and protecting themselves and making sure that they're not inviting negativity into their life, and they're not participating in their spiritual taboos and things of that nature, that they actually honor their ancestors and they respect them when they speak of the dead. You get what I'm saying? So these are the energies that are the exaggerators, the ones that are running around masked, the ones that are cloaked, the ones that are pretending, they're bluffing to be spiritual just as you, to be able to walk through rooms that you are allowed to walk through, but they cannot. And so now in the next 48 hours, you guys gotta, because there's possibilities here for you guys to be able to level up in many different ways in life, from what I saw. And I feel like those are the energies that have been the biggest test for you. So in the next 48 hours, I feel like the biggest thing for you would be, making sure that you're not absorbing other people's BS. All right. Last message before we go. Next 48. What can they expect? Any guidance? Any final words? Thank you. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles. This is the energy that follows with them. You're someone, you should be confident in your energy first and foremost, because you're independent. You don't need these energies and these people to be around you. They need you. They need you to survive. These are the people that constantly undergo financial loss, lack of resources. Constantly, you will always find them alone. Okay. And when I say alone, I don't mean like they're always lonely or alone, but I mean like whenever they go to hang out with you, they're alone. They never hang out with other people. There's only like one other person that they're with. Okay. And it's always that other person that's also coincidentally down and out as well. All right. These people, in comparison to you, and I really don't like to do that, but your spiritual team wants me to gas you up today, so we're gonna do it. All right. These people are insecure. They fear being around you because they know that they are not like you. All right. They have a poor mindset. They operate better alone. All right. They constantly worry. So when you're around these energies, this is how it manipulates your energy. Standing around someone that's constantly complaining every single day over and over and over again, eventually you're going to what? You're going to get tired of it. You're going to feel drained because you're constantly hearing the same thing. So they have issues with self-esteem. Then what happens? You're going to start having issues with self-esteem because you're hanging around these people. These people are in your energy and they're manipulating your energy. Okay, to make you feel that way. To this is like to make an impression on you. To make a negative impression on you. Okay, to cause these insecurities. And then the very last thing that happens is usually poverty. And when I say poverty, I mean like you start losing shit, like you don't have money, you don't have enough money. You're constantly giving them money and they're not giving you anything. There's a lot of like quote writing energy, freebie energy, handout energy, right? And you're the one that's super determined to change things around, but they're the ones that are constantly, if they're not asking you, they're asking the next person, right? With the Three of Pentacles here, you're someone that you can work with other people, and you could even create a company, you can create a brand, you can create an organization, like you can make a movement through a community, and actually like you're someone that's the visionary that can create these things, and they will hold you back so that way you will end up being the person needing those same organizations and companies that you can actually create yourself. Okay. And for some of you guys, that could be, because the Queen of Wands is a very spiritual woman. Okay. It could be a spiritual woman. It could be a beautiful manifester. It could be someone that's very attractive, talented, okay, charismatic. And so that being said, you have all of these characteristics that they desire. With the Queen of Pentacles here, they want to obtain that. They see that being next to you, they see themselves as the Queen of Pentacles. They see themselves as valuable. When in reality, your spiritual team is telling you right now they're worthless. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. These energies around you are worthless. They're not. They're taking away from your pockets. They're taking away from your resources. They're taking away from your time. They're taking away from your energy. They're taking away from your manifestation power source, because they want to rely on you financially. Okay, because they have this like I don't know. They got mommy issues, yo. That's another thing I'm seeing. They're looking for somebody to support them, basically. Provide my financial solution for me, please. Okay. And so like you feel the need to constantly cater to these people with the Ten of Swords, and you constantly end up drained. Then you end up killing energetically, you end up killing your manifestation because you don't have the energy the energy or the capacity to follow through with that manifestation, whether that be doing the footwork, but whether that mean making the phone calls, signing the papers, talking to the people, posting whatever you need to post, talking to whoever you need to talk to, getting whatever documentations that you need to get. You get what I'm saying? Right? And that often leads you into very, very challenging endings. Okay. And sometimes a lot of the scenarios, these karmic loose scenarios that happen with the spiritual gaslighters and the trauma leeches for you, has a lot to do with crisis scenarios. Like something completely collapses, like there's no more money to the point that you owe money, and now you got debt collectors and shit. um there's situations where like it goes into a crisis situation where now you don't talk to this person anymore, because they decided to turn their back. And I heard something about closing doors or opportunities. All right. What else? Mm-hmm. And you have already endured a lot. Okay. And I am seeing a situation here in regards to like a coworker situation, a company situation between a water sign and a fire sign. Okay. There's an opportunity there. There will be a good idea, a great creative project, some sort of good communication there that's going to come in. But don't allow past conflict to, again, shy you away, because that's exactly what a spiritual gaslighter would do. It will remind you of all the abusive relationships. It will remind you of the people that bullied you. It will remind you of all the people that are constantly in competition with you, of all the people that are trying to snake you, of all the people that have disagreed with you. And what happens? You end up sitting there going back, oh, well, the last time I tried to do this, that didn't work out. The last time I tried to do that, that didn't work out. The last time I tried to invest in this, or the last time that I tried to make amends with this person, or the last time that I tried to, take initiative first, right? That is what's the problem here in the next 2 days. When you separate, when you cleanse your energy, you're going to be able to remove all of that secondhand doubt. That secondhand doubt, it has to be coming from that spiritual gaslighter. If it's not the spiritual gaslighter, it's the trauma leech projecting their failures onto you. Oh, well, that's not going to work. Or how are you going to make that happen? You get what I'm saying? Instead of being supportive and sharing, their wisdom. And that's funny because this is one of the extra cards. It's not really a part of the deck, but the fact that it talks about connecting with your deck. Some of you guys may need to keep a tarot journal, study the imagery of the cards, examine each card, look for reoccurring motives through the deck. Wow. Conduct a deck interview to get to know your deck. Some of you guys may have recently bought one, have gotten a deck within the past 3 months or within this past year, and you still haven't gotten to know it, or you haven't utilized it as much. You need to reflect a little bit more with it. Use it more. Maybe you try a new spread, a new tarot spread or something. But I'm also seeing this energy of like, you ever also notice that when you clear that energy, because they're saying something now they're talking about you cleansing this energy off of you with that energetic, what was it? There's the trauma leech and the spiritual gaslighter, okay? When you do your energy cleansings, do you notice that you get more money? Do you notice that you get more resources? Do you notice that you get more financial luck? Okay? More opportunities come to you. You become more ambitious. A lot more people can see your abilities, your skill more. So basically, you're recognized more. Okay. Some of you guys could even immediately get a freaking job. offer real quick, or get like a bonus or something, or somebody help you out financially with some sort of resources. And it's usually all the resources that you lost when you were dealing with this energy right here that literally had you hitting rock bottom every time, over and over and over again. This was the karmic loops, okay, that you were experiencing. And that would make sense. And that also stunted your spiritual development growth, your spiritual intuitive growth, because there's something about going forth and back, and forth and back and forth and back. And for some of you guys, that has a lot to do with emotional stability. Others of you, it has a lot to do with spiritual detection, spiritual radar. Your spiritual radar was off. All right, with the Wheel of Fortune, now things are running smoothly. Everything's moving forward with the Fool. Everything's good. So you have new things, new chapters, new energy, good luck. Everything's going on the right track. Everything's flowing the way it needs to flow. But you are basically identifying the energies that, need to be removed. Okay? Service. Let's see what else going on here. Controlling nature. Oh, shit. Oh, a text message. Synchronized music, songs, or the radio. Okay, so that could be significant. Shadow work. I told y'all shadow work. So the journaling. Come on, y'all. We got spiritual community. Oh, here's the gaslighter. Gaslighting statements. Nobody cares. Trigger warning. Nobody cares. Nobody likes you. Such and such. And when I say such and such, you guys fill in, names and shit like that, okay? Such and such, 2 people that gets mentioned. Such and such feels the same way. Okay, so 2 people or 1 person will be mentioned in regards to a gaslighting statement. Okay. Sometimes this can also come out as with this is the very extreme. So this will be an extremist, a gaslighter that's an extremist. So nobody cares, right? Or everybody thinks, right? It's an extremist. Okay. The intention is to get others involved in bullying you, to get others involved in ridiculing you, or to get others involved in agreeing with them instead of you. Okay? Reasoning is to manipulate you to think that this is actually truth when it's actually an opinion. Okay? It's an opinion. All right, last one. Oh, they gave me 3. Twin flame lesson. Ooh. Profit. Oh, I like that one. Limited success. Okay, so there's success there, but not too much. So that means that there's a cap, right? So that means that we got profit and limited success. So that gives me, like, let's say, yeah, for sure that you're going to make a profit, but you can't make over 100. You can't make over 200. You can't make over 300, something like that. But you're going to be able to reach that cap with the limited success, okay? And then we have coordination. What's the coordination? They're trying to gaslight you and manipulate you. Where's the coordination? To get you to stop. What's the coordination? To guide you to go the other direction. To change what you were already fucking planning to do. Okay? And that whole nobody likes you, nobody cares, that's them basically showing you that that's how they feel about themselves. That's how they feel about themselves, and they're trying to push that shit on you. All right. Comment down below. Let me know how that resonates, y'all. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. I have some more live streams coming up, and they're planned. I already scheduled them. So make sure that you go ahead and you have your notifications on. I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace, curlies.